Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? Guys, One Punch Man, boys. One Punch Man truly is so entertaining to watch. Uh, I had a I had a lot of people asking me what I felt about this for the first episode, and sure, I wasn't like necessarily ecstatic about it, but at the same time, I wasn't completely like let down as much as other people probably were, simply because I actually can look forward to the story more than like the animation and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, the animation, the graphics of the fights, like that's what truly brought a lot of people into this series. But the only problem was, um, even though you get in and you were enjoying it, there were a lot of like crazy looking animation going on, like just overall like amazing looking stuff that just probably won't occur again in this season. And if it does, they might have had some help from the people from the previous season show up, so that would be awesome. The overall thing is though, everything in this show has the motion like blur that I was talking about previously. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. It's when all of a sudden we're watching it, and next thing you know, the fight just completely turns into this whole shaky mess of a like it's almost like the guy who's holding the camera can't sit still anymore because it's so like action packed, you know? Like he's reacting the same way that the earth is reacting in that sense, and it's so ridiculous that they can't hold their ground, you know? Like something along those lines. And like I get it. It's just that it doesn't it doesn't look good at all. Like it looks pretty rough, guys. So that's kind of my like reasoning behind the graphics. Looks like kind of like what the heck am I watching? Cause straight up, you'll see it very soon that everything going on is just so blurry. Like as soon as one of the best fights happened in this week's episode, Supersonic versus Genos, that's all it was blur. It was just a bunch of blur. Like I couldn't even tell you what I was watching during the fight. It was so blurry, and it was just very disappointing in that regard. So if that's the case, and that's like what we can expect most fights to be, yeah, that's too bad, man. But overall, the story, the story, guys, is all you really need in this show. So we now kind of have the first appearance of the human monster, who is absolutely a beast. Um, we have our showcase of him just going in. Uh, the other thing that we have from this week's episode is probably the answer behind what do most heroes know about Saitama? Like, what do people hear? What do people actually think? And we got a pretty decent answer. It looks like everybody knows Saitama as just like some person that is going around wrecking fools. So it's just one of those moments where you're like, huh, Saitama's getting a pretty good, you know, love all of a sudden. Like, instead of people reporting and taking his credit for kills, now they're reporting that he's the one that did it, you know? So clearly some changes have come, and because of that, it's nice to see Saitama getting what he deserves, you know, like some credit here and there. So we'll see how long that actually lasts, though. With these characters, it's always quick for them to just go back to their old ways and start, you know, mistreating and taking all the credit and stuff like that. And as we see with Hell, is Blizzard, she straight up loves to do this. She's a rookie crusher of this show. Like in Hunter x Hunter, you gotta do like the Hunter trials and you gotta, make your way all through all that stuff. But with this, it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna do it because I can. I'm just gonna go out of my way to slap all these rookies because they have attitude, or something along those stupid lines. So, um, I don't know. I'm really intrigued overall with like the story. Garo going in and just destroying these three like pretty decent level classed heroes, and pretty much showing us that he is very, very dangerous. Not to mention, hopefully, someone that can give Saitama a run for his money at some point, because I think that's all that anybody wants at this time is someone who can fight Saitama, and when fighting Saitama, they actually force him to do some new stuff. And new stuff is what we got this week with a new move in the Ultimate Serious Killing series. And this move was called the Serious Sidestep. My God, it was deadly. It was diabolical. It was very, very hilarious. Just to see him be like, oh my God, he's moving faster than even me. Like, no, duh, bro. Like, this is nothing to him. Like, Saitama doesn't try at all, ever, usually. So for him to start trying now should be a pretty big shocker. I don't know. I truly love where this show is going. I just hope that, um, like how this episode had so many decent moments of them actually showing Saitama in a serious mode and showing everybody kind of having a serious mode. Like for instance, Garo or Jaro, whatever you want to call him. He looked absolutely phenomenal this week. At some points, not all points, but some points you just couldn't take it away from him. Like holy crap, this guy looks like he's supposed to be the supervillain. And boy, was he putting in work on the squad of people. So, um, not only does he take down all of the heroes, he then comes back and just destroys every other person, um, that was even there. They're like, well, we could take on this guy. No, 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 you cannot. No. Uh, then like so for instance, this is like one of the weeks where they're just like showing a bunch of people and what they're capable of, and that's dope and everything, but it felt as if when they were doing this, we were only learning so much about, the characters that they're trying to bring forward, and one of them being the top ranked A hero who pretty much just was told to do one thing and does the complete opposite. So, yeah, there's also that. I really don't know how to feel about these characters just because of what we've gotten so far. Not to mention we learn about the S rank does the nuke. What the heck is his name? Site. I forget the samurai's name, but we learn more about his overall like group of people, and boy, like all of his people are literally the ranks. Like one, no, they're ranked 2 through like 4. When it comes down to a samurai's in the A rank. So it's one of those things where you don't necessarily get to learn about it, and then when you do learn about it, it turns out to be one of the more hyper things that are probably going to be coming relatively soon, um, to the overall story. And I don't know, man. Like the 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 samurais are always kind of like just ridiculous because they have that katana and they usually are moving fast and destroying people. So to think that there's like 4 of them that are all trained and by one guy who's an S class seems like we're in pretty good hands. So really interested to see where these guys kind of end up, because as of now, don't we really don't know much about them. So it's really cool to see that they're actually introducing them, that they're giving us a chance to really actually get a little bit of more characters instead of just sticking with the same old group of people. Not to mention, Blizzard this week was all up on us in Saitama, trying to figure. Oh my God, I did not mean to do that. Trying to figure out if she could be a part of the group and whatnot. And boy, I would definitely let her be a part of my group. Okay, that's all I'm saying. She can join my group. Screw Saitama's group. Um, but she feels like the audience, like she feels like she's us in this situation, and she's just witnessing all of the ridiculous things that probably shouldn't be happening. Like, oh, hi Saitama, I tried to fight you and it didn't work out, but there's other people out there we can't fight. We need to work together. And then freaking King shows up, the strongest man of all times, and she's like, wait, why is King here? It's like, oh yeah, we know each other. So it's this instance of seeing a whole bunch of things and not believing it. And I thought it was absolutely done perfectly with how she was reacting to everything. I love that aspect. So definitely, one of the parts of the show, like I was saying, is all the other characters seemingly are done quite well. Like every character out there is getting their moments. They're getting their really cool looking stuff. We learned that she is the little sister or older sister. No, I think she's the little sister to Tornado, the second ranked person, and then we see the first ranked A class guy, and God, was his moves deadly. Two moves and dead. Dead. So, man, I'm pretty happy that we're gonna be getting some ridiculous characters, and seemingly it feels like this anime is going quite fast. If I remember correctly, I think there's an event that happened before all this like monster stuff happening. So I'm really hoping they don't skip like anything from the manga and they can actually just use all of it, because as of right now, Saitama and all this stuff has been gone for quite some time, and for it to come back and to think that they might actually skip any stuff that they haven't even done yet would be kind of dumb in my opinion. So I hope that's not the case. I will be looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say in the comments about this episode in general. Let me know what you guys are feeling, if you guys enjoyed this one better than episode 1, or if you rather episode 1 over this one. I don't know why you would. This episode was freaking fire. But yeah, overall, I'm kind of voting for the monster human. Like he seems sick. I'm pretty sure he's going to be one of the more like closely designed characters throughout this season. Like they're probably going to work on how dope he looks compared to everybody else. Um, that's just my prediction by what we've gotten so far. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, Saitama in this week's episode was absolutely fire. We've seen a new move by him, his serious moves. Um, and now we are literally, just gotta wait for the next day. So, I want more Saitama. But thank you guys for watching. I will be dropping more content very soon. I usually drop daily content every day. If you don't know this, so make sure you are subscribed if you do enjoy anime, or if you do enjoy just talking about anime. I'm trying to make this community somewhere where you can just come and blab about any show that you watched and people actually want to talk about it, and that would be amazing to have a place like that. So working on it, and really hoping that really hoping a lot of people actually enjoy it, and it can make this place make our community actually come true, and not we don't need to talk trash to other people. I mean, not everybody has the conveniency to watch as much as I do, or they don't even have app services to watch some of the stuff that I watch. So I don't see a reason to be like, oh, you haven't watched this, you're dumb. You know what I mean? Like, this community is just people who enjoy anime, talk anime, and after we're done talking about it, we find new animes to tell each other about, or we tell, we have more shows to go watch. But with that being said, I hope you guys join up, and I hope you help this community grow as big as it can be. And if not, thank you for even watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. So take care. Peace.